Man, welcome, man. Welcome. Another episode of Opening the Flat Podcast. Um, I know it's been a while, man. It's been a couple of weeks. I've been pretty busy, man, with this getting out, going on a cruise, running back and forth to New York, um, Thanksgiving holiday. So I'm a little bit behind on my episodes, but I'm here again. So welcome to Opening the Flat, where we talk about DC sports, Commanders, Wizards, Nats, Caps, all of it, man. We try to give it all of it, everything that's going on right now. Again, like, subscribe, uh, leave me your thoughts, man. It's been a rough year for us so far, for all of us, all of the Commander fans, everybody everywhere, man. It's just so much to start, so much to cover that I'm having a hard time even talking about it. So again, like, subscribe, and so you can keep up to date with what's going on with DC sports, where we stand at, everything else. Check out my other YouTube channel, DC Mark 202. That's where you see me, or you see my wife. We talk about our vacations and things that we do, and we fried a turkey for Thanksgiving. You'll see the video where I did a good job. My wife put some jerk seasoning on the turkey. We threw it in a deep fry. So check us out. Our videos on YouTube for DC Mark 202. Plus, you see our trip to some little YouTube short to Bermuda. So check us out on there. So, man, it's been a long couple of weeks, man. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know where to even start. Because it's just been long and tiring. As most of you guys know, Commanders are 4-8, basically out of any contention. So there's no use to be talking about what they can and can't do, what they should do. They pretty much out of it. Let's just stop faking. And right now they in a race trying to size up their draft pick. I think when I looked at, I think they was right like pick number 4 rated to, if the season was to end today, they're gonna be rated pick number 4 to draft, and we could pretty much assume that you know that's gonna be about it for us this season, and it's all basically is gonna be all about us next year. What they want to do, what they're trying to accomplish, who are they looking at, the players on the team they're looking at, just everything. These next 5 games is, I don't even want to call it's a measuring stick, because they playing against some hard competitive teams who's fighting for something towards the end of the year. Even if it's division titles, slots in the playoffs, they got a pretty rough, because they play the Dolphins this week. I think they got a bye week. They come out, they play the Rams, they play the Jets, but maybe not, the Jets not gonna be in it, but the Jets gonna be trying to fight for something with Rodgers. They play the 49ers, and then at the end of the game, of course, Dallas, depending on where they're gonna be seated at once they make the playoff push. So these last 5 games is, or will be, um just to see where everyone's going to fit at. It's more going to be more like a auditioning for next year. As we all know, Ron is probably won't be here next year. There's a good chance he won't be there. We all know that. We all know that they fired their Rio, and then their Rio boy, the secondaries coach, who actually was doing a horrendous job in the secondary. But it just wasn't him. It just wasn't him. It just wasn't their The front 4 wasn't getting the push that they had that we got previous years, and then when they traded Young and Sweat, it got even worse. We had a couple injuries on that D line that made it even worse than what it was. So uh, the defense has played poorly this year. I think they've given up maybe 30 to 33 points a game. We talked about that all year. They played poorly, no matter if it was Young and Sweat in there or them being gone. They played poor. They played poor. Um, we looked at Jack Del Rio as always the culprit of why the defense was playing poor, and a lot of it falls on him. I've been hearing stories about his strategy was too difficult, his terminology, and then what was going on was too difficult. I heard about, um, guys that had to think too much and they was getting out of place. But see, I mean, some of that's coaching, and then some of that, I believe, some of that is on the players too, because when the players are going to take fault in, um, not being scheme wise, not being ready to play. So it's on everybody. Everybody played poorly. Everybody played like they were just out here, they just wasn't ready. They just wasn't prepared. Coaches didn't prepare them. Coaches weren't prepared. Coaches didn't prepare them, and the outcome was us being 4-8. Getting beat by the Giants, a DeVito guy, rookie dude who's never played a game. He come out there, they beat us. It beat our ass down here at FedEx Field. And that's the sad part about it, is that these teams, they didn't just beat us, but they beat our ass. They beat the brakes off our ass. That was sad for them, the Giants, to come down here. I remember looking at the Giants. The Giants, I believe, they was like 2-8 or something like that, right? The Giants come by and they was at the bottom of the division. I was laughing like shit at my coworkers. I was like, damn, these motherfuckers sorry shit. Even though we lost to them 14-7 at the beginning of the year, I was like, damn, these motherfuckers sorry shit. And guess what? We come back and we lose to these jokers again at our home, lose. And I'm sitting here, I'm laughing at these guys, and they're better than us. I don't want to say that the team is better than us, but they outcoached us. They outcoached us, and the players played better than us, and they just beat us down. That was another low point on the season. Very low point on the season. I was just sad about that. Then you turn around, come out and play Thanksgiving. Um, I wasn't expecting them to beat the Cowboys, but I was expecting them to at least try to make a game out of it. And if they could have made a game out of playing against them, then I thought we would have had a fighting chance to down the stretch. But they kept the game close for 3 quarters. Scored 20-10, and I just thought that they had some key moments of the game where they went forward on 4th down. I thought was kind of pivotal to the way the game shifted. And when you look at the game, you look at the Cowboys, because it's been almost a week that I looked at the game played. But when you think about it, even though it was close in a way towards those 3 quarters, the game seemed close. And then they had those pivotal 4th down calls where they went for it, and then the Cowboys just blew it out from there, from the 4th quarter, which it made the score 45-10. Pretty bad, pretty sad. And it's almost, like I said before, it's Thanksgiving, And all we ask for in this area is to be playing meaningful football from Thanksgiving into December. But our season is already over, and it's not even December yet, and it's already over. Sad, I'm not really mad. I'm not upset. Um, it played out. It played out. It is what it is. The only thing we could just think about is what's next. What's next for us? Um, Immediately after that game, they got rid of Del Rio, defensive coordinator. Ron Rivera said he was going to pick up some of these ones to the defense, and now they just hired another guy that was going to assist in getting the defense straight. They just hired him yesterday or today. Um, so that's another thing. They got rid of the guy, Del Rio, son coach from high school that was in the league. I don't know how he got in the league, but he was in the league. Coach of our defensive back said that. So what's next? Who are we looking at? Are we looking at a GM? Are we looking at a head coach? Are we looking at an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, a complete turnover? Yeah, or are we keeping some of these guys? And my honest opinion about it is that I just believe that we need to do a complete turnover on everything. Get the stink out of there that the Commanders have had since 1999 when Dan Snyder took that team over. He came in. Everything that's associated with that regime, we got to get out of there. And we got some of the players that's been here part of that regime. And some people you could keep, some people that you have to let go because you're trying to turn a corner. You're trying to hire your GM who could pick a head coach. And as far as we know, I believe the ownership said they was high on analytics. They're gonna get a coach who's high on analytics as well, and a GM probably, then a coach, probably a combination of both, where they're gonna pick out, hey, who fits, who don't fit, who let's run the numbers and see what's what. And that's going to be first and foremost for us, a roster. So these next 5 games is going to be more, I believe, it's going to be more of an open interview for people, for the next general manager and the next team to see who's supposed to be here, who not supposed to be here. And when I think about that, I think about, is anyone on the Commanders untouchable? I know we got some good players, but is anyone untouchable? And that's a question that I have and I think about, because I don't know. That's a good question. Especially for the next regime when they come in there. And I wonder that. I wonder if some of our big time, some of our players are really gonna stick around for the new regime or be around for the new regime. And so I wonder about that. As far as the enemy, I think the enemy should finish the season off, and then you say you had your parting ways. You say you get your farewells. He did a phenomenal job. Not a phenomenal, but he did a good job leading the offense. He did. I mean, I don't even want to say it's a good job, but he did okay, because we did abandon a run and we did give a rookie quarterback the permission to throw the ball all around. And to me, my honest opinion about how is that he was just okay. He was just okay. He struggled a bit, and he played like a rookie. He played like he's supposed to, especially with that amount of pressure. He played like he's supposed to. The stats, to me, his season stats, like I said, the season stats are a little bit misleading to me, because don't forget, a lot of those games we was getting beat. we're giving up 30 plus points a game. So a lot of those opportunities that he had to pat his stats is because we were losing a lot of those games. So a lot of those games he padded up those numbers to be leading the league in passing. Um, I even saw some people talking about him being a Pro Bowl, and I don't even know how they even the thought of Pro Bowl even came up out of that. He had his struggles. The offense had their struggles. The enemy had his struggles, and I just think just the offense. I don't even think the offense was good. I just think if I had to judge the offense right now, I would give them maybe a D plus on the season, with the defense being an F, the coaching being an F. Um, those are hard grades, but I think that's how they play. That's how they look, and it's sad to say that we got to go through this every year and bring this up every year, right? Because every year we always end up in the same situation. But I talked to you guys a little bit too much. Um, those were my last 2 weeks trying to keep up, trying to watch the games, trying to see what's what. And even the Seattle game, I missed the Seattle game, and that was sad too. Um, play the Dolphins this week for all the Miami heads up here and that bike down south. I don't even know how they could turn out because Miami, as you know, Miami could turn the juice up on us. That's what they do. They've been trying to juice up on everybody. And Rivera taking over the defense with this new assistant. I don't know if they're prepared to play someone like a Miami who could move the ball and get over top of you like that. So I hate to see Fuller and St. Jude getting their ass burnt up by Tyreek Hill and Waddle. It's gonna be, the best thing I can say for us to do is to go out, try to play a meaningful game. I don't honestly want them to win. I want them to be competitive, but all of us understand that it's about the future now. Play for the future. You guys didn't play all year. Play for the future. And I expect the Commanders to lose at least 33-17. I got them giving up another 30-point game to the Dolphins. It's going to be rough. And I expect the Commanders to lose 33-17. I know a lot of people don't like that loser talk, but this is something that I feel as though we need to do. We need to sometimes you got to take a step back to go forward. And I believe this is one of those years where you got to take a step back, go forward to get ahead. So I'm taking the Commanders. They're going to lose to the Dolphins. And Dolphins going to put up another burner on them. And it might get out of hand real quick. I do expect, from all reports, Ron to be around until the end of the season. He ain't gonna quit. Because he want that check. So he gonna be around to the end of the season. We're gonna have to put up with these 5 games with him there. And it's sad. The Wizards at halftime, they're losing to the Magic 66-56. They're losing by 10. Kuzma 5 of 13, 12 points. My other boy 6 of 7 for 15. Jordan Poole got 3 of 9 for 9 points. They losing by 10. Like I said before, it's hard in here. It's harder for the Bill Washington DC sports, man. I'm gonna stay on track, keep you informed of all the latest skins news, and we're gonna figure this out. So everybody like, subscribe, and get up with me for all DC sports news, man. All DC sports. I try to keep up with everybody. I try to watch as much as I can. And the Lakers, when they beat Detroit, of course, 65-48. just go over here, watching them, looking at checking the little highlights out. So if you can, check my other YouTube channel out, DC Mark 202. Kept some of my family stuff we've been doing over the years. Check us out, and I get up with you guys after the we play the Dolphins. Right after we play the Dolphins, like, subscribe, and I get with you after that, man. Hopefully, we always want them to win, but right now, I don't think that's a situation where we need to be at, is winning. So, peace.